Good luck.
Luck has nothing to do with peace either.
Riding out, we just kept going up the roads and the twisties, going through all the mountains, and it was really spectacular scenery. It was really beautiful, and as we went up to Dalat, an area called Dalat, and as we pulled into Dalat, it was really beautiful. It was like French colonial. Clearly this was a town that was very prosperous. It's a very prosperous town. It's a beautiful town. If you ever get a chance to go to Vietnam and you want to go out in this region, Dalat's a pretty cool place. It's cool. It reminded me of, like, for me, it reminded me of some of the places, I shouldn't say some of the places, a place I went to Scotland one time. It was really reminiscent of that. I don't know why I say this, but it was. It's cool. It's cool.
Riding with my friend Rennie, my good friend Rennie, is always an adventure. He thinks that brothels are hotels. And he thinks that food served in newspaper in a place that looks like a rented out motorcycle garage is a good place to have lunch. We're just working on hepatitis B here, or whatever it might be. But yeah, it's pretty interesting everywhere we go, you know? We're on the cheap everywhere. Long time ago, I used to live in Los Angeles, and my good friend Armando, he used to every morning make us drink Vietnamese iced coffee, and it was good. And now that I'm in Vietnam right now, like I am here, and I'm amongst all the coffee plantations here, I think it's appropriate that I have a Vietnamese coffee for my friend Armando. This one's for you, Armando. Thank you. Didn't work. One more coffee.
See, and there you see Andy after 4 coffee. Something is wrong with the coffee here.
But we pulled into our hotel there. We stayed at a place like the Green Hotel or something like this. And the lady at the counter, she spoke perfect English. She was married to a gentleman, I think, from Chicago or someone like this. And she was very impressed that we were doing this long ride on our little Vespas. And when she asked us if our Vespas had broken down, Rennie was like, no, we've had no problems. And it's great because she just said, amazing Vespa. And I was laughing because that damn thing broke down every 50 feet.
I saw you so excited with your Vespa from another city to Dalat, and it looked for a long distance. So do you have any problem when you on the way to go to Dalat? Never. Oh, amazing Vespa. That's good magic.
Maybe we are the lucky
Congratulations.
guys. Maybe we are the lucky guys. Never had any problem.
No problem with Vespa, yeah?
No problem. Never.
I think you're being sarcastic, yes?
Do you do the things, you know? Have to clean sometimes something.
Oh, just clean
clean the black shield, you know.
I see. So do you need any whiskey or something to clean the Vespa. When you cry, just...
Whiskey.
A little bit polishing it.
Oh, I see, I see.
In the morning we left a lot. We had no real idea what we were getting into. Neither one of us had been in this area before. We were just kind of on our own riding. And next thing you know, before we left, the locals were like, hey, where you're going, it's going to be cold. And it's probably going to be a little foggy and all this. And me and Rennie were like, cold. We're in Vietnam, you know, cold. Next thing you know, we're in pine trees and it is freezing. And all we've got on is hoodies, maybe a pair of, just our jeans and some boots, and it was cold. We were not ready for that at all. We rode for a good 5 hours maybe in some pretty cold weather. And I've never heard of anything in Vietnam being cold. All I've ever heard of from all the movies I've ever watched about, maybe have to be the Vietnam War, whatever, rice paddies, the farmers, whatever it is, it's cold, it's hot and humid. Oh God, the jungle. This wasn't hot, this wasn't jungle, this is pine trees, probably snow at some time, and a lot of really heavy fog, dense fog. But the little Vespas made it, and we made it through, freezing our tail ends off. But the scenery was beautiful, just to see the water coming off the sides of the mountains, the waterfalls, the beautiful streams. It was absolutely pristine.
I had no idea it was going to be this cold in Vietnam.
Cold! Stop! Cold!
Up here in Vietnam, in the Central Highlands, it's pine trees in Vietnam. Who would have ever thought? It's really cold, colder than I ever thought too. Up in the mountains, me and Rennie we like to ride the dirt bikes. Rennie's a much better dirt bike rider than me. I just like to go and play, and I don't claim to be a professional of any kind or anything like that. I just like to do this for fun. And I was just like, we got to get on dirt. And we got on some little dirt roads with the Vespas, and we ran around, and we were up in the trees. It felt like I was back in like Flagstaff, Arizona, where I used to train for bicycle riding, mountain bikes, and these things. And just cruising on a Vespa through these little single track roads and stuff was pretty fun. And got to play around with the helmet and do my own little version of something I always wanted to do as a kid when I was growing up, playing Army guys, in our backyards and our farms and stuff in Ohio. We always played Army, so I got to do this in Vietnam. It's pretty funny. No offense to any of the guys that were actually in the Vietnam War, but it was just, for me, it was a childhood dream, and I got to do it, and I did it, and I enjoyed it. Nobody got hurt. Anyway, that's it. We're here in Vietnam in the highlands. It's absolutely beautiful. It's cold. It is chilly. Got my new Champa Cafe mask on, and I hope you get one and you get to use it too and try it out. Thanks, guys.
No, Andy, you're not thinking about changing the bike. You're gonna go on the Vespa continuum.
Rode right into Trong, and Trong was absolutely beautiful. Got to meet up with some of Rennie's friends there. They have a great dive shop. Couldn't believe they had a tapas bar, and they had some great Mexican food and stuff. And it was really a spectacular place. And I now am a true believer that the beaches in Vietnam are some of the best in the world. They are beautiful, and I highly suggest if you get a chance, go to Vietnam and enjoy it.